Alright, so today we're going to do a little workflow video on how to make espresso tonic, just like a cool drink. I saw James Hoffman put together I was kind of dumbed down version of it with Delonghi DCM1385, I think it's called. Weird old cafe retro thing, espresso machine, but has a 58mm portafilter and group, so that's kind of cool. And obviously we don't have a professional espresso grinder, but we have this thing, which obviously sucks, and you'll see what I have to do to kind of get what I need out of it. And because we're using a bottomless, well, it's a little dirty, bottomless portafilter basket, which this is actually for a Gaggia Classic Pro, but fits this. The handle is just a little bit off, but yeah, you'll see that. And we're using Calgary Heritage tall timber, and this is supposed to have some blackberry notes and some chocolatey notes. I asked them to grind it espresso because I don't have an espresso grinder, and they didn't, and instead they ground it way too coarse, so I just have to kind of resort to my own crappy method. So anyways, enjoy the show. I'll set you up over here and get started. So the Delonghi is a really finicky machine, and the temperatures fluctuate like probably 25 to 30 degrees, so I let it heat up a bit, probably for like 15-20 minutes before kind of I get started. And then you'll see the process here in a second, but I found that this is kind of giving me a little bit more consistency with shots and flavors. So all right, let's do an 18 ounce, or 18 grams, sorry, amount here. Yeah, usually this is beans, but today it's a coarse, very coarse grounds. But yeah, so this is what I have to do to kind of make this smaller. I'll put that back in here on the finest setting. I'm gonna grind this through. Just once. This is so sad, but you gotta MacGyver something, right?
Twice through on this, maybe on a third time. We'll do 3 to experiment.
So the Delonghi just jumped up to 110 degrees, so that's why it's steaming. Kind of pathetic, but there's the job. This was my parents' old espresso machine that I commandeered for the time being. And there's very little stuff about this machine on YouTube, I found, so that's why here we are. All right. Oh, I guess I should put that in here. Trusty dusty old basket. So this is like doing it 3 times actually makes these grounds so much finer than, I don't know why, because the birds, it's not like the birds change, but I guess maybe from it bashing against the grounds in between the burrs, maybe that kind of helps it along, get a bit finer. We're at 17.8. Good enough. that back in there. Give this a quick once over. So I think this is a 20-ounce basket. So I don't know if you can see how those grounds look, but they're not terrible. I mean, considering this is all. Quick little tamp. Forget the polish because you don't need to. And then what we're gonna do, because this is at just a bit over 100, we're gonna just purge this guy a little. Hear a bit of steam. Wait for the bubbling to go away. Cool this baby down just a touch. And we're pretty much ready to rock and roll before this thing has another severe spaz and goes up to 120 degrees. Okay. So there's that. Let's see if I can get you a little closer, see how this thing pours. Alright, here we go. Off to the races. And we're shooting for about 36 grams. Sometimes it sprays, so maybe not today. See, it's not terribly even, but hey, you win some, you lose some. 35. Alright, so just over. So we're kind of back at it now. Just over 40 after the little drips. Pull that out, get that wipe. Good here. Like that. Get a quick taste. Always stir. Yeah, definitely some cocoa in there. That's not bad. All right. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna do. There. And then we're gonna do pour this in. And so that's about 42. And what we're gonna do now is measure out. Went to the Italian store. Stappi, never had this before, but cool little bottle, tonic water. So we're gonna do 60 grams of that. There's gonna be 80 grams of this, which will be a kind of a 2 to 1. So this should be a 2 to 1 here. We're gonna go for 80 grams. There we go. Oh, just a little over. And I don't know what this looks like. And yeah, there you go. Espresso Tonic. As far as taste, actually really nice. It's definitely different, but the bitter from like the tardy bitterness, I guess, from the tonic kind of complements the espresso in a way. You can see that being like a nice little summer refresher. Yeah, there you go. Espresso Tonic workflow. Surprisingly, I didn't get shot in the face with espresso today, so stay tuned for future disasters.